Osarita Robinson was just 24 when she came to the USA from Jamaica. While working as a front desk agent in a hotel, she met Lewis Robinson, fell in love, and got married.
Took it up on himself to ask me out, and I accepted. And that was it. One date, that was it.
8 months later, her husband was riding the Staten Island ferry on his way home from work when the boat crashed into a pier. Lewis Robinson was killed, along with 10 others on board.
It puts you in a state of shock. You're like, you know, I just married you, I have to bury you.
As Robinson was grieving her husband, she had another shock. Her application to become a permanent U.S. resident was rejected, even though her husband had filed the proper papers to sponsor her. The law required that a couple be married for at least 2 years for the spouse to be considered for U.S. residency. With the help of immigration lawyer Jeffrey Feinblum, Robinson sued the Department of Homeland Security.
The decision left her without any legal status. Fortunately, she was not placed under removal proceedings. Unfortunately, many other widows have been placed under removal proceedings, and they are unable to work, they're unable to travel, they're unable to get a driver's license. It's a tough way to live.
After 5 years of lawsuits and appeals in various courts, Robinson had a victory. In October, the U.S. Senate approved a bill ending the so-called widow penalty. According to the advocacy group Surviving Spouses Against Deportation, the measure provides refuge for more than 200 widows and widowers who entered the country legally but were subject to deportation because their spouses died.
I was like, yes, you know, finally. And that was a good feeling. But you know that feeling doesn't last long, because now you're like, okay, now what?
They are taking affirmative steps to reopen the denied cases and hopefully carry through the law's intent, which is to legalize the status of these widows.
It's been a long fight for Robinson, but her efforts paid off. She has an appointment with the U.S. Immigration Office, where her application for residency will be reviewed in light of the new law. Paige Kollock, VOA News, New York.